speaking about education, let's bring it back here to Lagos, Nigeria, where 4 teachers of Chrisland Schools have been arraigned at the Magistrate Court sitting in the Yaba area of Lagos State. The arraigned teachers are those who accompanied some pupils of the school to the World School Games in Dubai.
Recall that the Lagos State government had ordered the closure of all branches of Chrisland Schools amid a controversy over the alleged misconduct of some of its pupils. Announcing the closure in a statement on the 18th of April, the government said all allegations were being investigated by relevant ministries, departments, and agencies of government. But the school was reopened a week later following a review of the administrative investigation into the incident on the grounds that students are not denied access to learning at the beginning of a new term on April 25th. And this morning we have Johansson quickly joining us to have a quick analysis of this situation. Welcome once again, Joe. Thanks for joining us.
Do we have Joe? Okay, I believe that, Joe, if you can hear us, we will be coming back to you, of course, so that you can give us what the latest update is on the teachers as regards the Chrisland case.
Yeah, it's, you know, like I expressed earlier, you know, a lot still needs to be understood as to why the teachers have been arrested. You know, I'm sure a lot of people weren't also happy that the schools were reopened, you know, after just 1 week of it being shut down, you know. So there's a lot of questions that need to be asked going forward, you know, what exactly or what role did the teachers play? In what way were they maybe negligent? Does the school also have questions that need to be answered, you know, as a school? You know, instead of just throwing those or seemingly throwing those teachers, you know, in to take responsibility for whatever happened in that situation.
I mean, whatever the teachers have done, interestingly, or we can't separate the teachers from the school in this case, because the school is being represented by the teachers. So the school would sort of, in a way, carry on the responsibility. The teachers were not acting in their own capacity. The teachers are there; they're acting in the capacity of the schools. And what some people have come out to complain about is the fact that some schools, in cases of sexual abuse, tend to want to hide the conversation or hide the case in a bid to protect the identity of the school or the reputation of the school, right? But I'm really glad in some way. I would say the upside of this is the fact that we're speaking up about this. Nigerians are speaking up, and the media is shining the light on this case. We do have Johansson, who will be joining us to give us the updates on what's been happening in this regard. Thank you for joining us again, Joe.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. Well, the latest is the police yesterday arraigned 3 male and 1 female teacher of the Chrisland Schools before Magistrate Court yesterday in Yaba, Lagos, particularly for allegedly concealing a sex tape of a student of Chrisland School, Lagos. Now, you do recall, as you rightly mentioned, Olive, and of course, Osage, that the students actually went for the competition. And unfortunately, this sad incident occurred. The teachers were Oladotu Shotunde. You also have Elesho Tajuddin, Roda Olanipeku, and of course, Ajiboye Ahmed. They were arraigned before Chief Magistrate Adeola Adidayo. Now, they were arraigned for 2 count charges. This was bordering on conspiracy, an attempt to pervert justice. However, they pleaded not guilty to the 2 counts, but also do recall that parents of the children who equally went for this competition have gone ahead to press charges, regardless of the fact that this case was heard just yesterday. The parents have said that justice must be brought to book, especially for the fact that the students actually were released and the approval was given to the teachers and the school to go for the competition. But unfortunately, it seemed that when they got there, the teachers did not pay rapt attention to the students, and they decided to allow them to get a free way or go ahead and walk into each other's rooms at any point in time.
Yeah, I think there's also a conversation that needs to be had with regards parenting. You know, and we hope that we can bring that up as soon as possible, you know, to understand where, you know, the home front maybe also failed. But who do you think should be taking the blame in this case? Should the school itself bear more responsibility, or, you know, can these teachers really just take the blame for failure here?
Well, it's a two-way thing. You cannot depend on the school to actually raise your child alone. As a parent, you must also do your best. Here on Breakfast Central, we had spoken to psychologists, we spoken to parents alike, and they also shared their thoughts on it, which some of us are indeed have a difference in terms of what should be done or should have been done. But regardless, as a parent, you have the right to equally raise your child and instill values into them. But one of the things I also want to share is that a broadcaster who actually shared the sex tape was equally arraigned in court. Now, his name is Uche Igwe. He's a 40-year-old broadcaster. He's accused of sharing the video of the 10-year-old Chrisland School student engaging in the sexual intercourse on Twitter. And he appeared before the Magistrate Court as well. But his appearance was done on Monday. Now, he's facing 2-count charges of cyber stalking and also breach of peace. He, however, pleaded not guilty to the charge, but the Chief Magistrate, the same Mrs. Adeola Adedayo, admitted the defendant to bail in the sum of 10 million naira with 3 sureties in the like sum. So his case has been adjourned till the 13th of June 2022. But I must also say this, that Uche has actually been reprimanded to prison. So it begs for one thing, that we all need to be very, very careful when it comes to sharing things on social media. Permit me to also quickly read what it says. The alleged offences indeed do contravene the law that borders on this, section 24, subsection 1, A, and of course B, of the cyber crime, which has to do with prohibition and prevention. It was made clear during the court case that Uche went ahead to share that video on Twitter because it came from him first, and then it was reshared and became popular. Besides that, the court, it was made clear as well that Uche shared this video without the written or approval consent of the parents of the children, therefore putting them at risk and also disturbing the peace.
Well, it says, apologies, Olive. It says breach of peace and cyber stalking. You know, I'm thinking that Lagos State, you know, Nigeria has some laws concerning sharing of child pornography. So
that's right.
Maybe some of all those things would also, you know, be brought, you know, forward. Olive, what do you think?
Of course, it was brought forward at the moment that video came on air. You do recall that Lagos State put out a statement, a warning that anyone who is caught sharing these videos online will definitely face the wrath of law. And I can categorically tell you that the Lagos State I mean, the security services, in terms of those they put in charge of cyber security, yes, went ahead to make sure that they took charge to take a look at everyone who was resharing and sharing these videos. So I wouldn't be shocked if more names are indeed mentioned, but they traced it and found culpable Uche, who was the lead. He actually shared the video at first, and that's why he was indeed reached out to, spoken to, and of course was reprimanded. And just like I said, he appeared in court on Monday, but currently is cooling off behind prison bars.
Thank you very much, Joe. I think this is, at the end of the day, a reminder that we must be careful the kind of content that we share on social media. It's your page. It's, you know, everything is one click away, but one click away could land you behind bars. We'll be bringing the updates of this story. We can't draw final conclusions yet, as it's a matter pending in court, and we can't go into further details, but I'm certain that as more information is being unraveled in this regard, Joe will be here to analyze it with us. Thank you very much, Joe.
Absolutely. See you guys very soon.
All right, see you on the other side.